Okay, let's see here. Are we live? Okay. Hey, y'all know I don't do YouTube too often, so grateful to be here with you guys tonight. Hey, family. Hey, tribe. We are locked in. Hi. Hey, greetings. Greetings. Come on in the room, tribe. It's hot up in here. Okay. I just came back into my office after a few hours and just click the AC on. Otherwise, I don't turn it on. So it is sweaty in here until I let it cool off for a second because it's just hot. It's just hot. This is the season. But I'm grateful for it. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. Hey, everybody. Greetings. Okay. So tonight we're going to have a conversation about expatriation. And I want to make this a chat. And I don't do this often. So I'm going to attempt to see how we can interact. You know, I'm so used to lives on Instagram. But I said, you know what? I got to switch it up. I gotta get on and show love to my YouTube folks as well. And most of them are really like my day ones for real. So I think we got to have a village conversation tonight. So come on in the room while I am figuring it out, learning. Ooh, there's a dashboard here. What other features we got on YouTube? Um, okay. Not many, but I see there's 7 of us in here. I'm going to give it a second. Let's see how many more folks we can get in the room tonight. I just told Instagram that I was going live. So let's see what happens. Okay. Um, welcome everybody. If you're just coming into the chat, we are going to talk about expatriation. It's a major conversation right now. Almost everybody that I meet, whether it's here in Belize or whether it's in other places, other cities, people are talking about leaving the country. And 9 times out of 10, they have considered it, are considering it now, are in the process of relocating, and they really want to know how I was able to do it and whether or not it's really feasible, realistic, and what quality of life they could have outside of the country, outside of America. So that's the conversation I want to have with you guys tonight because in my entire career, um, the most viral of any content I've ever created, the most viral, the most conversation was started through me discussing the 5 reasons I moved to Belize and why I still live here after 4 years. That post went crazy, and I got thousands of messages. I got hundreds of emails, DMs, and people asking me how they could relocate. And so I've been kind of quiet because I've been quietly working on several different projects so that I could create space for people to transition here. And, in that time, I think people thought, oh man, maybe you know, this is not something that we can actually do. This is not something that is really realistic for many, many years. But I want to tell you guys that this is something that is easy and that it can be done quickly, in fact. And it may be a lot more simple than you're thinking. So I want to just kind of untangle some of the myths around expatriation. And I just kind of want to talk about why at this time it could be one of the best moves you could make in your life. So I'll tell a little bit about my story, and then I'm hoping to learn a little bit about what you guys have going on. It's really loud over. There's some kind of machine outside my house right now. Oh, okay, I see. It's like a trash machine that's picking up trash. Okay, so a little bit about why I chose Belize. Let's start there. Okay. So, why do I live here? I've been here for 4 years now, y'all. Why do I live in Belize? Let's talk about that. So, I'm here because my godparents, who are also phenomenal master herbalists and wellness providers, um, nutritional therapists, um, they retired here about 12, 13 years ago, okay, out of Atlanta, Georgia. This is family to me, really good people, retired married couple out of Atlanta, Georgia. And they came here and created what is for them a forever home. And in that process, they were able to um, expand into about 2, 3 acres of land where they started to create an organic garden. They started to, they have well water on their yard, their land, and and they had a very similar vision to mine to create a wellness center outside of America, so that people could have a respite, have a place that they could go to get well if they wanted natural remedies to different ailments. So, with the shared vision that I had with them, I thought that it would be best for me to come here and to align our vision. But there were some very clear technical reasons why I decided it was best for me as well. One of those things is I'm English speaking, I don't speak any other languages fluently. And I really wanted to make a fairly quick jump. This was a 2.5 hour flight away from Atlanta, and um, it's English speaking. So it was just, an easy transition in that way for me. And something that I learned later was that you could actually drive here from the States. You could drive here from Cali. You can drive here from Florida. You can drive here from Atlanta. I could literally, drive from my place in Atlanta straight here to my place in Belize. And I did not realize that initially. So that's huge. That's huge for me, just in case that's something that I may want to do or consider at some point, right? Or need to do. So, not being, locked into, an island that I would have to boat off of, that wasn't always something that felt comfortable to me. Um, Naturally, I considered um, Africa for a million reasons, but it's also extremely far. And for me, I was co parenting. And this is something that I've run across a lot when people reach out to me about expatriation is, well, what about children, right? Some people are wanting to leave, but they have babies that don't have birth certificates. Um, that just don't have passports, children who some have passports, some don't. Sometimes there's issues with getting passports for the children if the other parent doesn't want the child to necessarily leave the country, and getting permissions and things like that for the child to leave. So, if you are someone who you already know you're about to have an issue with your co-parent, in regards to the children leaving and getting passports and all that kind of stuff, is, you got to clear all that up first and foremost. This is going to be a problem. So I don't think that that's even, it's not necessarily something that you should be considering unless you're just coming to maybe invest in some real estate, and you want to be a part of the community in that way. You may not be able to be present unless you come in on your own, or you're just visiting and you're traveling back and forth, and you want to be like a dual citizen, and and just live part-time abroad. That then in that case that may be an option for you, right? Say if your children don't have passports and the other parents are ready for them to make that leap, right? But in the case that you and your spouse um, have passports, your children have passports, and everybody has a passport. I'm gonna go live on YouTube because this is a little too good. Hold on, because we're about to get into we about to get into some real conversations over here. Let's just go ahead and go live. I had to do it, y'all. Hold on, I had to do it because this is just valuable information. I don't want to have to do this over and over again, right? So let's do it. All right. Boom. Bam. Ah. Here we go. All right. We're going to do it. And let me set this up, y'all. There we go. All right. Yay. Whew. Okay. Going live. Booyaka. All right. So here we are in this conversation. Come on, Skin. Can we just talk about how the weather here is just really good to your skin? Can we just talk about that? But anyway. So listen, this is not a conversation about, I don't have anything to sell. So let's just establish that, right? I love my life here. I love what I do. I provide services virtually. I have a bed and breakfast here, and I do, all my things, virtual wellness products, et cetera, education and retreats, right? That's what I do. So I don't have anything to sell in this conversation. In fact, I want for myself what I know most of the people who follow me want for themselves, right? And that is freedom and the autonomy to choose the type of education you want for your children, to choose whether or not your food will be safe, GMO free, organic, right? Not bioengineered. You want to choose how you can serve and utilize your gifts to take care of yourself. You don't want to have to rely on any systems, government, anybody or anything, persons or systems that do not align with your personal values. You don't want to continue to live inside of a system that you know does not align with your higher, greater purpose or your personal values, right? I know that I can't do that. I want to get off. I said, let me speak to the supervisor. Let me go somewhere else and find a way to create a life that me, my loved ones, and my children can flourish inside of a system and within a community of like-minded individuals with the same purpose and vision and aligned values, codes of conduct, and lifestyle, wellness, mind, body, spirit, ethic. That is the goal. Something that we own, control, operate, and can flourish inside of. That's it. That's what I want. And I don't see nobody creating it. So I said, fuck that. I'm going to do it. And you can get on or you can get out of my way. And that's where I'm at with it. Okay? Because this is going to happen. Now, somebody just said that's how a cult starts. Man, go ahead. Go ahead with that. Go ahead with that. Because you don't know what a cult even is, if that's what you got to say. And I know that you are trying to assert that folks living together to create community, that there's something wrong with that. But that is how God intended for us to live, to be interdependent and to work together in unity and in harmony. That's how humans are actually supposed to live. Everything outside of that to me is a damn cult. Everything outside of that to me is a problem and anti-cultivation. Love bug. We're cultivating culture in this cult, if that's the case. All right, let's get back to it. So y'all know the trolls is going to come and troll. So I moved here because it's English speaking. I moved here because I can drive here from Florida, California, Mexico, Atlanta, Georgia, etc., Texas. I moved here because it's a 2-hour flight from where my child is being co-parented. If you are, I moved here because my godparents lived here and retired here from Atlanta for many, many years. They retired here. And I knew that they had well water. I knew that they had a garden, a flourishing gardens. I knew that they, lived near the ocean and the mountains, in a place where culturally people are not going to lose their damn mind if the power go off. People are not going to lose their damn mind if the Starbucks doesn't move into the neighborhood or moves out the neighborhood, that they are not going to lose their minds if they run out of toilet paper on the shelves. They're not going to lose their whole mind when they can't get to their meds. They're not going to lose their whole mind if they can't get their puppy tailored, tended to, or they can't get their McDonald's on time. Okay. So, hey guys, I see a lot of you just now coming in. Hey everybody, come on in the room. So I'm Ahki Taylor. Welcome to my pulpit today. I'm Ahki Taylor, and I have a dream. And I've had the same dream for over 20 years. And I know that a lot of you share my dream. A lot of you here right now share my same dream, right? I have a dream. I know we share the same dream. And the dream is that we want autonomy and freedom, that we want to be free. We have the same dream. We want to raise our children in a place where it's free of GMO foods. We want to raise our children in a place where it's free of pedophiles and crazies. We want to live free in a space where we can choose to have really phenomenal education and not have to have our children be compromised mentally and spiritually and emotionally in these schools, right? We want to live in a place that aligns with our values for good and moral character. Iwa Pele, righteousness and goodness and peace and harmony. Without the school shootings, right? Without kids already sexting and texting at 6 years old at school, right? We have the same, almost everybody that I know, we share the same vision. Why are we not moving towards that vision? Why are we so scary? Do we not actually believe in our magic? Do we think we lost it? Do we think it went somewhere? Do we think we can't do something? We have more resources and knowledge and information now than we ever fucking did. I'm from Oklahoma. My ancestors built Black Wall Street. Okay? They built Black Wall Street, had over 40 millionaires in the neighborhood. Okay? Sharp, beautiful, classy, sophisticated, intelligent people. Okay? People who had their own movie theaters, their own hospitals, their own schools, their own furniture stores, their own fashion houses. Y'all hear what I'm saying? We been did this. This ain't no new shit. I don't know why we know so much. We're so woke. And none of us have moved to want to just build community together. I've only seen one group of people do this. And I got to give them credit. Y'all. I've only seen one group of people do this. And that is Benjamin's tribe, the Damona folks that moved out to Damona. And they went through hell and made many, many sacrifices. People died on the way to establish their thriving community, a plant-based community. And nothing's perfect. See, that's what we got to stop doing that shit too. Nothing is perfect. Y'all, what I'm saying to y'all, I've been talking about this for 20 years, okay? Nothing is perfect. Challenges is important. Challenges is what make us who we are. We need challenges, right? So when you see the people of Damona who moved from America in the 70s, look up the Hebrew Israelites, Benjamin's tribe out of Demona. They came out of Chicago, some from Atlanta. They packed up, left America, and they moved to create their own thriving community in Demona, Israel. Okay. This is a true story. Look it up. And they are still there, growing and thriving. It went from like 50 of them to 500 to 5,000. This is truth. It's been done. But outside of that, how many Black towns have we seen? How many Black neighborhoods and whole communities and cities like we used to have with Black Wall Street? And there were many other ones like Rosewood. And y'all come give me some more. Y'all know the towns. We've had several thriving towns where Black folks said, we want to have a little bit more autonomy and a little more control over the lives of our children and our neighborhoods and the way we do things, And there's nothing wrong with that. And the thing is, the moment somebody starts talking about us creating something together, just for us, it's not even the white folks that have anything to say. It's not the Asian that has anything to say. It's not the Mexicans who have something to say. It's Negroes who have something to say, like, oh, y'all trying to be separate from somebody, I'm not racist like that, or, oh, it's us. But how we don't if we saw a group of 10 white investors that bought a huge, beautiful estate community and had it all built out and had it all developed and had a lot of their peers and associates and colleagues all start buying it up and moving into it and living a beautiful life and walking their dog every day, we wouldn't say shit. We would say that's business as usual. We would say this is business as usual. Do you understand what I need y'all to hear what I'm saying? That's business as usual. But the moment Negroes get together and say, well, 10 of my Black friends decided we're going to pull our money together and we're going to invest in a beautiful, sustainable, eco village, solar powered community where we can thrive and have our own schools and our own this and our own. It's like, oh shit, here's a cult. What? So because of the color of my skin, I can't live next to several people who are the same color as me, and we live in harmony together. So I'm only like safe and acceptable as a living, breathing human being if I accept that I have to mix myself up with other people in order to somehow be like right, to be correct. Like, that's ridiculous, because we wouldn't even think twice about that shit with anybody else. And I need for y'all to get out of that program. That is a program that is so harmful to us, and it's ridiculous is what it is. It's embarrassing and it's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. I drive through community. Every city have a Chinatown, an Asia town, and all the Asians. In Texas, they got a whole community that's just Indians. The whole 3 blocks is just all them. It's their temple, it's their school, it's their restaurants, it's their shit. And nobody blinks an eye. Nobody says, oh, look at them trying to be Indian all by themselves. Oh my God, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. But it ain't even, it's us who get scared. It's us who get scared. We get scared of making plans together to all live around each other. Like, what even is that? That is a program that truly we have to get rid of. Okay, so this leads me into the because I feel like that's really the macrocosm of the microcosm here. Okay, because there's a program that we would have to get rid of to even move in the direction of the shit that I'm on. And that and to me, it all is simple, and it's ridiculous that we're not moving in this way, right? So hear me out. Now, quality of life is important to all of us. And we've been fooled into believing that quality of life is better in the States. We've been fooled to believe that quality of life is connected directly to convenience. But I'm here to tell y'all, it ain't like that. And it only seems that way, one, because it's socially engineered and it's conditioned for that. But we have not had any experience with living. We haven't had any experience with knowing how to live, just how to live, like to wake up in the morning, burn your resin, play your favorite song, and sit with your sisters and start to cut the yams for the day and breathe real air and hear real birds and start to wash the clothes for the day while you laugh with your sisters about what you and they did last night. We don't know that life. So we think that being somewhere where we can just pay for everybody to do everything, or we could just outsource everything, that's going to help our quality of life. But it doesn't. It actually makes us lazy and stupid, and it draws us deeper into individuality and seclusion, when really we thrive most when we are together. And I know this for a fact. I know it because I grew up in church. I had a church community, and I feel bad for people who grew up that didn't have some kind of consistent community in their lives, right? Because I will say my grandmother's 91 years old. She just passed. And the community that was there for her at the end of her days, that brought, dozens of paper towels and dozens of plates and boxes of food, and just provided all of the basic essentials that anybody would need in her transition, to care for her through her transition. Um, that was her church community. That was her church family and community. Now you yourself, you may make 100,000 a year. You may have 2 kids, a spouse, but as your life expires, you will want to know that there is care for you under any and all circumstances. And your best chance at that is going to be community. Now, we'll hope that your spouse is still living and is able, mind and body. We will hope that your children are still living and are also able, mind and body. But maybe your siblings even, right? That would be great. But time is really interesting. And most of us are not living in a way where we're thinking about the 89-year-old you. And I'm telling y'all, you have to do that. If you're not planning for the end of your life, you're actually not fully living. You should be always thinking about leaving something to those you love, and be thinking about how you will leave the interpretation of your own self, living an honorable life, right? And creating lifelong friendships with community. This is really the best way to not only enhance your actual quality of life, but to also enhance the end of your days, the end of your life. Ensuring that people are there for you at the end of your life is very, very important. And we're just so distracted that we're not thinking about that type of shit. We're just working for the next coin and to handle the next bill. And this is what I'm saying about the quality of life. I know a sister right now, y'all, beautiful, intelligent, an elder, 60 years old, so wise and so amazing. But even after having children, after being married, all those things, she is working a 9 to 5, and her 1 bedroom is $1,700 a month. And she's spending almost everything she has just to meet her basic necessities at the ending spot of her part of her life. She don't want to be in an air condition all day long with a bunch of strangers doing a job that has nothing to do with her highest and most divine purpose, not feeding her soul or her spirit, just to give all that money back to these people who, as we stated before, are psychopathic, genocidal, crazy psychopaths, pedophilic, crazy people. Because that's who is running the country. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's who's running the country. And everyone knows it. Like, this is not like, yeah, I don't think anything's going to get bad. No, what do we say we believe in? Don't we believe in karma? Don't we believe in you reap what you sow? Don't we actually know that? Don't we know that we are like trying to build inside of a crumbling institution? Don't we know that we are trying to like grow and ascend and build and climb the career ladder or whatever inside of a really like maniacal institution. That's not sustainable. That ain't no long-term plan. It's not sustainable. It's not. Because God don't like ugly like that. Okay? So y'all, are y'all following me? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. The American dream was a lie and a nightmare. And for many, it still is. And it's not going to work. Okay? It's not going to work. Okay? I'm not saying that everybody needs to leave the soil. So hear me on this, because I'm clear. My family is 7 generations Choctaw Native Americans. I'm an Aboriginal woman. I am that on record. I am that in blood. And I know that my ancestors were very much planted in the Americas. Okay. I'm clear about that. Okay. I also am aware that my blood is as old as the stardust, and that I am a global citizen, and that my ancestors have been circulating around this entire globe for millennia. And so, let me tell you, this is all my home. I don't care about none of that. Okay. That's not the conversation. So I don't want us to get stuck on that. Well, I'm African. So we all that. We everything. That's the truth. That is not the conversation. Okay. The conversation is, how's that working out for you? Okay. How's it working out for you? Okay. How is it working out for your health? Do you, your mama, your auntie, and all of them, are they obese? Do they have diabetes, diseases, heart disease? Are they on medications, all of them popping pills? Is everybody stressed out? Are people tripping? Is everybody in prison? How much of our brothers and sisters are innocently locked up, beaten up, shot up in prison? Are our children coming home telling us some bullshit that they're regurgitating from this really insane school system that doesn't even want to acknowledge the true origins of America? Don't even want to acknowledge slavery at all because they don't want to offend the little white kids that's growing up. Okay. How is it working out for you? Are you able to truly enjoy a quality of life that makes sense? Are you having to work yourself to the bone just to maintain? Are you actually able to save anything? Do you actually own your home? Because if you stop paying mortgage, then what? Do you own the land under the home? Because they could just put you out. I mean, what? Do you own any land? In fact, see, people, I'm going to tell y'all something that I noticed with people coming out of the country, traveling to places like where I live, for example. People will go to Cancun and Miami and Costa Rica and Mexico, all these little places, and have a great time and post all the photos. And they'll come to my neighborhood or to other places in Belize, and they may say, yeah, I mean, I like it over there and everything, but it's not very developed yet. It's not very developed, so I don't know. I'm gonna go back to Georgia, to Atlanta, right? This is the wrong approach. This is the wrong mentality. Okay. It's not underdeveloped. It is beautifully preserved. You follow me? You follow me? It's not underdeveloped in third world countries. It is beautifully preserved. Okay? Because development should be ethical. As you develop a place, you should work with nature. You should work with the natural things around you. And Why aren't you thinking about developing it? Because the Asian come here and say, ooh, look what I can buy. Look what I can do. Look what I can create. The Mexican will travel and say, oh, look what I can do. Look what I can create. Look what I can buy. Look what I can do. The white boy will move here and say, oh, look what I can tear down. Look what I can buy. Look what I can sell. Look what I can do. Look at the cheap labor I can get. Right? That's what they do. The Negro will come here and say, yeah, I mean, it ain't got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? It ain't developed. That's the most ignorant shit. Just slap yourself. Just slap yourself. We gotta get out of that mentality, y'all. We got to get out of that mentality or we won't get anywhere. Listen, this is a real village check-in right now. I'm trying to tell y'all this shit ain't sweet. And you out there, I've been here 4 years. I ain't gotta tell y'all. I know that you know that I know that we know that shit ain't sweet. And that you're likely 90% of y'all paying rent and it's expensive as hell and you can't barely make ends meet and that it's a mess. It's a mess and it will continue to be a mess until you create your own situation. So this is a conversation that is beyond just moving out the country. Because okay, you can move out the country, then what? You can move out the country and you still broke. You ain't gonna find no job over here. Okay, these people are asset rich, cash poor. Okay, they ain't got no cash for you. Okay, so that's not even a conversation. If you still trying to figure out what you're gonna do to make some money, to work for a living, then you are not thinking right. You gotta think bigger. You gotta think bigger than that. You gotta be thinking much bigger than that. Okay, you gotta be thinking about who you know and how you can contribute to creating your own thing so that firstly cash don't run you. Cash don't run my neighbor. My neighbor got his chickens, his cows, his garden. He owned the land. He probably built the house, him and his brothers. And only thing he need cash for is maybe to buy some soda pops and, take a girl on a date or something, or, if he want to gas up his vehicle. Cash ain't running him. It ain't gonna make or break his life. You understand what I'm trying to say? Y'all out here looking for a strip club in Belize, talking about it ain't developed yet. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. Okay. So let's get into it. All right. Now, so here's the thing. You got to think bigger. Don't be out here thinking about how you going to come out here and it ain't no Starbucks, or how you want to come out here and look for somebody to pay you for some work, because then you're just doing the same shit you was doing there. You still relying on somebody to cut you a check that you can live from check to check. No, the bigger conversation is how we can work together to create a sustainable environment that is residential. It could be for profit. Parts of it can be for profit because, of course, people within our community will have all kinds of skills. They have all kinds of gifts. They'll have, they'll be creating things that are resourceful. They'll be creating products and all kinds of things. Again, that's up to your power and creativity, and you got to tap in. You got to tap into what that looks like. When I look around here, I'm like, ooh, I need about $30,000 so I can get a machine that busts down these coconuts, and I could take the what do you call it? Not the flesh from the coconut, but like the shredding. It's like material almost. The hairs from the coconut. I've seen in Africa how they take those hairs and they make ropes and decor and all kinds of beautiful things. I'm like, wow, It's just coconuts everywhere here. It's just like free supply of like, awesome stuff. Of course, we would probably have to pay a fee to the country of Belize, but that would be great. And to pay to even have people to work that, which creates jobs for them. There's so many ways, and I'm like, oh, they should have coconut ice cream because there's coconuts everywhere here. There should be coconut oil ice cream companies here, but I need an extra $50,000 to, get some employees and get the machines. There's ways to create wealth for yourself here if you combine your gifts, talents, mind, thoughts, resources with others in that same mentality. So it's not as simple as, you got to expand your mind. You got to expand your mind. Okay. You got to look at yourself as a global God goddess who has full ability to create in whatever capacity that you want, with the goal of full sustainability in community. And this is why I keep talking about community. So let's get into this. There's a mentality that the average Black American, I'll say, nothing that I say is, negates that there are people who don't think this way. So I don't know who made that comment. Not all people. Yes. Duh. Okay. Of course. Right. Not all people, anything. The average Black American is really inside of a very individualistic mentality where it's me and my family and us and ours and everybody else be damned, right? And that works within, the capitalistic society, particularly in the West. It works. But what's going to be needed to sustain within the next 15, 20 years, that shit ain't going to work. That shit ain't gonna work. Ask the Hawaiians, whose whole land has been completely colonized and gentrified, and 4 or 5 individuals have to live in a 2-bedroom house because it's so extremely expensive now to buy a home on their own land that their ancestors have always lived on, because it's been purchased by foreigners. Okay? Y'all hear what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that in order for y'all to continue to buy houses, to send your children to college for a career that they can utilize to prayerfully do something ethical within their purpose that aligns with their values, hopefully, that they make money so that they could also put their kids to college and buy a house and do it all over again. But that American dream, like, it's very few and far in between. It's a very small percentage, and the gap is getting tighter, where people cannot afford to send their kids to college. They can't afford to pass their homes down to their children, or put a down payment on a home, or pay off a home, and have some money to retire with, and all of this. All that stuff is dwindling quickly, and we all know it. And it doesn't look like it's going to get any better. We're about to go into a whole Trump season. We literally just watched our government contribute to the straight up massacre of innocent children. What makes you think they won't do that anywhere, anyway, anytime, however they want, for whatever their agenda is that day? Okay. Crazy people. Okay. So, and somebody just said, how's the crime out there though? Great conversation. So, and I'm going to finish my thought and get back to that. So what I want to say about the mentality that we're discussing that really needs to be addressed is we all have the awareness that we want to be fully autonomous and in control of our destinies, the destinies of our children, when it comes to living a lifestyle, curating a lifestyle that aligns with our values. And most of us are not able to do that, and at the same time live a quality of life that we enjoy, right? Not a quality of life where all we do is work to pay for things and buy more things, but a true quality of true harmony and happiness, where we can have healthiness, where we can have community, where we can have sisterhood, brotherhood, and camaraderie, where our children can grow up in a neighborhood with people that they know and love and trust, and the families know each other, and everyone's contributing to the greater good. I don't think that that's some far off mystical idea. I think that this is what many communities do all over the world, and this is always the ultimate goal for all people, for all people. And I think it's particularly important for people who want to live a healthy lifestyle, because that also is different, right? I personally wouldn't want to live in a community where there is alcohol on every corner, and everybody is, there's fast food on every corner. And a lot of times we're forced to live in those neighborhoods where there's all kind of mess happening, and mess being served conveniently because of the cost of living there, right? So a lot of times Black Americans are pushed into living in places that they aren't happy. They aren't happy with what's happening in that environment. But, things are so expensive now. Things are so expensive now. Okay. So, to be able to be in a place that's reasonable, because you've been able to get in on the ground level and to create something with and for yourself, but it's reasonable because you're doing it with others, and it's not all on you to figure out. It's not all on you to do the full investment. It's on, everybody's contributing. That's how we get there quicker. And we know the saying about how you get there really slow by yourself, but you can get there faster if you're with a large group of people. So community is important. And I did a post I think early this week, where I talked about how people at the end of their lives, it's their friends that are usually there for them. It's not the spouse necessarily or the kids. It be their friends, their community. I'm telling you, that'd be the most ride or die situation you had. So now let's move on and address crime. Anything important to you, you have to protect. Anything that you're creating, you have to be prepared to protect it. That's just how it goes, right? And that's just natural law. That's law, okay? So, in my experience, I've left my cell phone, my wallet with money in it, credit card, inside the ATM. I can't even tell y'all how much times I have left my doors open and all types of stuff. And I ain't never had a problem, ever. Things are returned to me expeditiously, and it's all love. I have been flagged down. Hey, I got your wallet, right? So as far as the ethics of the indigenous folks here, it's been amazing, ethical, amazing, right? But again, yes, I want to create beautiful relations with all of the local folks. I am talking about how we deal with one another as Black Americans who have the desire to leave the country for now, for a while, maybe for one generation. Maybe for one generation until they just burn themselves out on the bullshit. I don't know. But for now, so that we could create a more, a better quality of life and a healthier community for our children. And this brings me back to the point about community in general, because again, we've been programmed to be so individualistic, right? The thing is, children are not this way. And most of my over 30 folks, you have kids. And we all know them kids don't give a damn about what you own or what you're talking about and your individualness. Every day they wake up, what do they want to do? Unless you done got them hooked on PS5 and YouTube and TikTok. A natural child wants to be with their peers. That's all they talk about, and that's all they want to do. I want to be with my friends. I want to be with my friends. I want to be with my friends. They want to go kick it with their friends. They want to hook up with, they want to meet new friends, kick it with their friends. They want to go be with their friends. They want to create with their friends. It's their nature. They just want to be with their friends. Okay. So, all my parents out there, you know, you need community because it's what the children need. And it's really what you need, but you don't quite realize it because we got so many traumas, trust issues, and so much baggage and fear, and we've been on so much bullshit that we hiding sneaky shit, doing sneaky shit. It's just so much, you know, we're so tainted from this American experiment, from captivity. Okay, from hundreds of years of captivity, we are tainted. Babylon has done its job and got us twisted. Okay. So I'm saying that to say that we are the ones that, you know, want to hide off in our corners and be in solitude. The children don't give a damn about that. They think you tripping. They see you tripping. They know you tripping. And they want to go kick it with their community. That's what they want. Okay. So it is our job as parents to move beyond our selfishness, to move beyond ourselves, and to think big and bigger. And they need their community because that's what's going to set their future up. That's what's going to set up their lives, is knowing how to work together with others. We are naturally interdependent people. We are not independent people. We have to work together. It's no way around it. And it's the hardest thing to do and the most necessary. And it's going to get more necessary. And we're going to be forced to have to do it for survival. And it's better for you to go ahead and do it with yourself and learn it now. Use the tools that we have. Use the tools that have been left to us. You know, whatever it is that you into, where you get your code of ethics from, whether it's the laws of my act, the rules, the laws of EFI, you know, whatever you got, bring it to the table, because we have to have a code of ethics and establish the most ethical ways of being personally and in business, so that we can move forward in creating and establishing a safer environment for our children. Okay. Providing for them financially is a part of the parenting responsibility. Sure. Right? Sure. Providing for them is a major part financially of taking care of our children. But the other part of that is, how can you guarantee that you can continue to do that in a place where your rent is going up $1,000 every 6 months? How can you guarantee that you can do that when the cost of living, the cost of food, the cost of everything is just absorbing your whole life force? How can you be sure that you're even mentally sane enough to show? I know so many people who have just clocked out on drugs, clocked out, can't function, mentally just barely making it, with children, stressed out. And the children are the ones who suffer the most because we can't show up and give them what they need. So again, the importance of community, again, is you making sure that you create an environment that aligns with your personal values, your spiritual values, so that your children can also reap the benefit of other other families that are doing the same thing, and they will align with their peers within that same understanding. The Negro has become so tainted and twisted that we actually think we're going to get somewhere by ourselves. We actually think that that's sustainable. And it's not. Look at Puff Daddy. Hell, I mean, yes, was he living wrong? Sure. But when you are swimming in poison. You don't think you're going to eventually take a sip? You're swimming in poison. What do you expect? I'm sure he didn't start off a crazy narcissistic uh, abuser, and ain't no telling what, God knows what else he's been up to. God only knows, right? But I'm saying that to say that the season for us looking at this establishment, looking at this Western American dream, this society, this system that's been set up for us by these imperialists, that it's going to somehow, we're going to keep somehow paying taxes and going to work and somehow have something to leave to our kids that makes any sense to them. I mean, in the next 5 years, I don't even know if they'll be able to eat anything on the shelf. Even at Whole Foods, the shit is bioengineered. If you ain't growing no damn food and getting your water out the ground, I don't even know how anybody's going to stay at the hospital in the next 5 years. And don't let them hit us with another wave of no crazy shit, no more airborne crazy shit, because you know it's coming. So, this conversation again is, did we forget who we were? Did we forget who the fuck we were? Like, how did we do that? How did we get this damn scary? And that's why I left 4 years ago, so that I could come here and find a way to do it my damn self, so I could show y'all it could be done. And you can hop on, because I'm going forward. I'll do it myself. And my brothers and sisters who align will come. So I want to be very clear that the first part about this conversation is, it's really mentality, right? It's the mentality of, did you forget how to invoke the power in your DNA? Did you forget how to invoke your mind and your magic? Haven't we all been studying all this shit? If y'all follow me, I know y'all study the same shit I study. I know y'all watch The Secret 10 times. I know that you know that whatever you think and imagine and you can create. I know we all know that. So whatever story that you're stuck on, that you cannot have the exact thing that you want, is already stupid. It's already a mess. It's not true. It's a lie. You need to go to bed, wake back up and try again. Or tonight, wake up at 4 a.m. and do your work. Go to your shrine, light your candles, and remember who the fuck you are. That's number one. Okay. Number two is that and I know that we are the remnants of the captives and the victims of homicidal, genocidal, enslavement, colonialization, kidnap, rape, murder, pillaging, etc. You and I. That is the truth. Okay? We are the remnants of that. Now, we feel like we didn't get past all the nasty parts. Slavery, civil rights movement, we worked so hard, we marched so hard, we fought so hard to prove that we were actually human and worthy of life, and we done made it. Look at us. We got Michael Jordan, we got Oprah Winfrey, we got Michael Jackson. We have made it somewhere. We are able to buy homes, open bank accounts, read books, and life is good. Buy cars, buy shit. Life is good, right? But deep inside, we all know that this is bullshit. We know it. We knew it was bullshit when we saw them stand on our brother's neck for 8 minutes long, and that the world watched and did fucking nothing. We knew it was true when Brianna got shot up relaxing with her man in her house and nothing happened. We knew it was bullshit when we saw all 5 of those brothers in Central Park get locked up as children and do all their whole lives in prison. We knew that you, me, our children, anybody could just be a step away from getting choked out, hung, beaten up, can't get a loan, can't get a this, can't get a home, can't get a that, can't get a job. 60% of them in prison, locked up. the sisters out here ain't got no man. Y'all know how many women I know romancing somebody in prison because ain't no men out here. A whole bunch of soft dudes out here, you know. So they hollering at somebody in prison. It's a mess. We know the prison system is sick. Go to the courthouse for one day and just watch the sad, sad story. And not to mention our health crisis. We know our health here is declining because every time we walk out the house, everything we eat is full of poison. Even when you think you're doing good. Oh, I had some baked chicken and some potatoes and a little, garlic bread and, and a little broccoli. And you like, well, I shouldn't be half dead with that kind of diet. You might be. You might be. You might be. Because everything is, the air is being poisoned. We look up, go outside, they spraying shit in the air. Right? We all know that this is not sustainable if in fact we want to create a life that is the best and most advantageous for our children and for our future. Yet we aren't doing shit. Not only are we not doing shit, but we are waiting on somebody to do it, or we are inside of a belief that doing it at all is that there's something wrong or somebody is coming for us. I swear this is some slave shit right here, y'all. This is some slave shit right here. It's so embedded. And if you're just getting on the live, I talked about this right in the beginning that we had Black Wall Street. I'm from Oklahoma. Okay, my family was in Black Wall Street, where we had 30 millionaires in one neighborhood, our own movie theaters, our own hospitals, our own everything. Okay, our own fashion houses, our own schools, everything, our own university. We had all that. Okay. And that was just one of the many neighborhoods throughout all the US where even with less resources, less knowledge and information that we have today, less money, we were able to build our own shit. And where we could control the narrative in our community. We could control the media in our community. We could control the education that our children were being taught. We could control the food supply because we're growing food that we can trust. Whereas now Bill Gates then bought up all American soil. You can't even go get no Bragg's apple cider vinegar at the store right now. Did y'all know that Gates just bought that shit? Did y'all know that Gates just bought the freaking Bragg's brand and now he's using all of his appeal apples, GMO bioengineered freaking apples to make Bragg's now? This one good old bottle of shit that we could trust. Damn Bragg's. You could trust Bragg's, right? If nothing else, we could trust Bragg's. But we can't even trust that no more. We can't even trust Bragg's. Okay? He done bought up all the land. Black Americans who are following me, what is your plan? What's your plan? What's your plan? Oh, Ahki, I'm gonna need about 5 years. I hope you got 5 years. I hope you got 5 years. What's the plan, yo? Because it is a slow kill going on. These people are crazy. You understand me? And I'm trying to tell y'all that you've got to get out of the mentality that creating something together that you own, operate, and control, land and all of its development and all of the systems within it, that something's wrong with you or somebody's coming for you. That's the thing. Or you can't do it. Let me tell y'all something. I moved to Belize 4 years ago. I don't even want to tell y'all what I had in my bank account. It's embarrassing. I did not have no money. Okay? I had 7 suitcases. I was broke. I ain't have no sponsor, no help, no child support, none of that. Okay? I had my plane ticket, my child. I didn't even have a home here at all. I had never even visited. Now, I know this sounds wild as hell. I know this story sounds crazy and wild as hell. I get it. But follow me. Follow me. Follow me, okay? I moved to Belize 4 years ago. I was broke. I had 7 suitcases and my child with me, okay? Not getting no child support, not getting none of that, okay? No sponsors, all right? I came here because it was English speaking. I came here because you can drive here. You can drive here from Atlanta, Georgia. You can drive here from Florida. You can drive here from California, Mexico. You can drive here. And it was a 2-hour flight from Atlanta and 3 hours from Texas, Oklahoma, where my family is. And I had godparents who had retired and been here for 13 years. So I said, okay, it's cool. And they shared my vision on creating a wellness center. Okay. This is the Forgotten Foods Remembered family. Okay. Forgotten Foods. All right. Beautiful husband and wife couple, retired. And I knew that, like myself, they were preppers, right? Generators, well water, garden, solar power, blah, 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 blah. And I've gone further. At this point, I got solar walkie-talkie, I got solar oven and a solar refrigerator. Okay. Solar chargers, generator. I'm not playing no games, right? Because shit, listen, I don't want to have to rely on these people for me to be okay in this life. That don't feel good to my soul and my spirit as a queen. Who am I relying on? I'm queen. I'm queen. I don't rely on these people to make sure I'm good. That's for me and my tribe to create together. We take care of us. Why would I rely on some people that's maniacal and crazy and psychotic to make sure that I'm okay? Okay? That don't feel good to my spirit and my soul. And I can't take it. I would rather go out on my own, find land that I can afford around people that look and feel like tribe, who won't lose their mind if the lights go out. The average Belizean, they gonna light a candle and smoke a joint and grab a red stripe and sing on the patio at the moon if the lights go out. That's what they gonna do. Okay. I know it because the power goes out here maybe once every month. And every time the power goes out here around once a month, I love it. I love it. I said, oh, good riddance, great. I hope my phone's dead too. Shit. Oh yeah, because I don't use it because I can't get the internet if the power goes out. So guess what I do? I do the same thing they do. I do the same thing they do. I say, great, this is my reading time. This is my writing time. I have several electric candles. I light my candles. I grab a glass of tamarind and this is some ethnogen blue lotus. And then I relax and enjoy the peace, right? So I moved here to also be around people that won't lose their damn mind when they don't got no Starbucks and when they can't get their McDonald's cheeseburger on time, and gonna lose their mind when they can't get they what they call it, Prozac, what's it called? Their Zoloft or whatever they medications that they need. Okay. So this is a conversation about your quality of life, and the quality of life of your children will never be what it should be, the best that it could be, the most safe, peaceful, harmonious, and true, and ethical, and excellent, if you yourself don't align with people within that same mentality and create that for yourself. Because if you are relying on the grocery store to feed you in the next 2 years, really now, shit, you're fucked. If you are relying on the grocery store to give you food that is not bioengineered, therefore fucking with your genes, making you sick, reprogramming you, you are fucked. And where can you go that you can pay for and own your home and land and have a say in the local school system about how they teach your children to be prepared for the real world that is coming? What is your plan, persons? What is your plan? Tell me for I can know. What's y'all plan? Because I'm telling you my plan. My plan is we go where we can afford a large amount of land with fresh water. We can grow the food. We can afford to hire the local laborer and the master farmers to come and create the food supply. We can afford to purchase to hire the developers to come and build the beautiful architectural design that we choose in our space, and we can afford to bring our sister friends and queen mamas and teachers and babas that can come and teach on the level that we agree to, so that our children can be safe and healthy and free. What is your plan, mamas, dads? What y'all doing? What y'all doing out there? What y'all doing right now? Are y'all gonna all go to Africa? Because that's a $2,000 flight, and it's $2,000 for the kids too. Are we all going to Africa? Because that's a lot of money to get there and get back. And when you go, are you taking all your stuff, and are you going for good? Because I've been taking my stuff slowly but surely from where I am, because it's a 2-hour flight and it's like $400. So I can hop there, I can bring stuff here. You know what I mean? It's been working out for me in that way. It's a great transition just to get up out of there and like save money before you make the big leap, even if you're trying to make the big leap. Okay. But a lot of y'all not trying to make no big leap like that. A lot of y'all not really trying to go all the way to Africa in the next year or 2 or 3 like that. You don't know nobody over there like that. You don't. You don't. Some of y'all do. Anything I say, I'm not talking about everybody. Let's be mature here. Okay. Duh. Right. Most of y'all are not going over there. You wouldn't know where to begin. Africa is like 3 Americas. Africa is like 3 Americas. Okay. You wouldn't even know where to begin. So I'm hearing just a lot of talk. Well, I don't know about this. And I was thinking about Kenya, and I was thinking about Tanzania, I was thinking about Africa, and I was thinking about and, I don't know, I gotta go visit, and I don't know, I'm gonna see, and then I gotta know exactly how much and where and and da. I mean, that sounds like you're gonna be going in circles. That sounds like you're gonna be going in circles for a long time. For those of you who already got your plug, you have your situation. I mean, are you going out there as an individual family? Because let's talk about how sustainable that may or may not be also, right? Unless you're going into a community of people that are, again, on the same vibration. Because a lot of African people, baby, you mess around and get to a nice community in Africa, and they are sending their kids off to boarding schools to be trained by French and the British, so that they can, move up in the world to get along, if you know what I mean. They're not being taught no real shit. They're being taught a lot of things that really make them hate themselves, and that it does not inspire them to come back and contribute to the well-being of African people, which is what you should be doing if you're going to Africa. This is about making sure that indigenous people are able to have harmonious and healthy lifestyles, have a financially healthy lifestyles as well, as opposed to going to get a good job so that you can continue to make your colonizer wealthy. We're not trying to raise our children to get an education, to get a good job, to make colonizers rich. That is a dead end. That is a dead end, because all they're going to do is keep using the money that we give to them to go kill innocent people. That's what they're doing. They are using your money to go kill people, innocent children, involving all of us. Okay? What is your plan? If you got one, I want it. If you got a plan, I want it. If you got a plan, I want it. I'm telling you mine. Click the link in my bio. and sign the application so that I can at least have your information in a database. Will you ever get an email back from me? You will eventually, but I'm alone in my effort, and administrative clerical efforts cost money. And I ain't no clerical type of chick. I'm telling y'all right now. I ain't no clerical type of chick. So you're going to have to be very patient. Okay? Unless you want to come contribute your service. Okay? In all the intake. Because the biggest post I've ever done in my career was me talking about leaving America and why I did it and what I'm enjoying about it. And it received thousands of messages, and I got over 500 applications from people who want to build a community here with me. You can only imagine the vetting process of some shit like that. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was just talking about my lifestyle. I wasn't even thinking about that shit. This is not a sales pitch. This is Seps and Ahki. This is my dream. This is my forever dream. My forever dream has never changed. In 25 years, it's been the same dream. Most of y'all have the same dream that I have. It ain't much different. Okay? And that is the dream that I can wake up and choose to use my gifts to do things that sustain my life in a way where I am free, in a way where I don't have to do nothing that is unethical, to work with people that don't align with my values, to have to send my child out into a world that doesn't align with my values, to go to the grocery store and eat food that is poisoning me and my children, that I don't have to send my son to a school where people don't align with his values and they trying to teach him about how he might need to consider that he's not a boy, that he's a girl instead. I'm not trying to do none of that shit. I am trying to be inside of a world that I create that is for the best long-term benefit of my children. Okay? Are we clear? And I know that y'all want the same shit. So what is the plan? Because this is mine. You can go to the link in the bio and fill out the Eco Village application. Do I believe that there won't be any issues? Do I believe that we don't have to consider many things? Do I believe that everything is going to be perfect? Hell no. I don't care about perfect. I care about the vision. I care about the vision. I don't care about perfect. I have no desire to leave the country only to go somewhere spending money to make crazy white people rich, or to go to another country to usurp and gentrify indigenous people's shit. I also have no desire to leave the country to go live somewhere cheaper that's just like the shit I was living in Atlanta. That is also not my vision. Why? Because I am a mother. Why? Because I want true freedom. And true freedom is self-reliance. True freedom means I don't have to rely on somebody to turn the light off and on for me to have light. That I don't have to rely on a grocery store for me to eat. True reliance is that I don't have to worry that the school system that my child is going to is teaching my child bullshit and lies. And if it ain't that, I don't want it. If it ain't that, I don't want it. My dream and vision has never changed. Whether I was going to be in the US or whether I was going to be somewhere else, this was still going to be my vision. I'm just able to expand that vision much quicker and manifest that vision much quicker in a place where the land is actually affordable. In a place where it's warm all year round and shit's growing. Hello, because I can't do no winters. Because if the power go off, I'm cold, and now everybody got to die. I can't do cold, y'all. I can do heat, but I cannot do cold. Why can I do heat? Because I can go find a river to jump in, and we gonna be all right. You can't cure cold. You can't cure cold. When winter comes, it's done. I can't do America simply based on winter. And I know y'all feel me. I know y'all feel me. Every time the winter come around, I know y'all thinking, this shit ain't natural. I know every time winter come around, y'all like, this shit don't feel good to my soul right here. This shit does not feel good to my soul. This is not right. This is not right. Right? And if you run out of food, and it's ice on the roads, and you can't drive your car to the gas station to buy gas to go to the grocery store to eat because you ain't got no food in your house, and you ain't grown shit, you know, your neighbors ain't grown shit, ain't nothing going wild, you're fucked. I can't do it. Why? Because I'm a queen, and I ain't relying on nobody for me to live. Ever. Ever. It may have been sweet all this time. I may have lived this long and shit was sweet. But I don't think shit finna be sweet for forever. I don't think in my lifetime shit gonna be sweet. So here I am, alone in Belize. Here I am. And I'm gonna do this shit so y'all can know it's possible. I'm gonna do this shit so y'all can see it's fucking possible. And you can help me, because it's for us. This ain't for me. I don't give a shit. If you got a business plan for an eco-sustainable village or community, put your name on it, Duns and Bradstreet, protected, trademark it. I don't give a damn. Pass it on. Because I haven't created a business plan for it yet. I don't even consider myself a businesswoman. I don't even know how I've maintained a business for 10 years, if I'm honest. Just it's by the grace of the Most High, and that I'm just inside of my purpose and my destiny, and great people come to assist me. Other than that, I don't know how I do it, because I didn't come here to sell y'all herbs and meal plans or to cook for people. That is not my purpose and divine destiny. It never was. It was never the plan. You know, this is Instagram. This ain't real life, but it is. Right? That ain't never been my destiny. My destiny has been to serve humanity with my gifts and to get us free. To get us free. Because we, Black Americans, are the remnants of the captives of all the indigenous tribes and of mostly the West African. And we thought we got free when they outlawed slavery, and when we marched for civil rights, and we were able to get a job and get a bank account and read and go to school with other people, and we are able to buy cars and houses, and now we think we free, and it feels really nice because we can go buy stuff. But you don't have nothing for real, because you don't control anything. You don't even control what they teach your kids at school. You do not control whether or not there's poison in your food at the market that you go to. You do not control all the crazy ass media that is poisoning you and your children's minds. You do not control the water source and whether or not it's actually clean. You don't control anything. You're like babies. We, all right? Like infants to the big government global daddies who are thriving and killing people with your tax dollars. Killing innocent people with your tax dollars. Okay? It won't work. It is not sustainable. Somebody said, was I tipsy? I am not tipsy. This is tamarind juice mixed with Blue Lotus. I'm quite sober. Thank you. So I'm on YouTube right now. Y'all, if you haven't subscribed, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'm live on Instagram right now too. So I never do this. Y'all already, if you follow me, you know I don't do this. I'm really here in my conjure bag. I am really here sharpening my magic wand. I'm decorating it. I'm just here decorating my magic wand. And my magic wand has been transformed into a beautiful microphone tonight to speak to you and to talk to the part of you that I know is God in you, persons, and to tell you what I know is true for sure. To tell you what I know is true for sure. And to ask you, what is your plan? What's your plan? What is your plan for your wife and children? What is your plan for your mother and your sisters and your little nieces and nephews? What is your plan? What is your plan? Can you actually afford to purchase land, purchase a home in America, and have any autonomy over what happens there? Have any autonomy over who your kids are playing with next door? Is it Tommy the pedophile? Because Tony the rapist? Because in America, those people get off very easy. I mean, they just, they go to jail for 1 year and be outside kicking it with your kids. Okay. And their kids is headed to go shoot up a fucking school, because that happens constantly in the US. They just shooting up schools. They got guns. The babies got guns and they shooting up the teachers and the people. What is going on? What is the plan? Trump is about to get back in office. Biden is freaking nuts. They're all nuts. It's all nuts. And it looks so messy because it's crumbling and it's a mess. Okay? You have to align with righteous folks who are seeking to build, create, and live in alignment with your highest values, morals, and principles and codes of ethics, so that you can actually pull it off. Because doing it alone is going to take a long time. Gonna take a long time. And people like, Ahki, I need about 3-4 years. Maybe I can come out there and, I can move out the country. Good luck. I hope y'all can eat that GMO shit for another 3 years and not be laid up sick and don't make it out of here. I hope you have already started a large organic farm so that you, your nieces and cousins and aunties and your children can learn how to, work that farm, that land is good and you own that land so that y'all can eat well. But how many of us really doing that? How many of us really doing that? Most of us just paying for our condo, house, apartment, mortgage, and just going to Kroger and Walmart. And just hoping that they not going to kill us with whatever they spraying in the air. Like they did with COVID. And then tell us 2 years later, oops. And now you don't even hear about it. Other than it was a mess and everybody then got vaccinated and damn near got forced to legally. Like they damn near literally almost forced everybody to inoculate themselves with some wild shit. And we all still hate. That's when I left. I was like, oh yeah, I'm straight. See, you ain't got to do it. You just got to threaten me. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'm good on that. To feel threatened. I know people that even though they weren't threatened, They're like, yeah, I just felt like they was finna try to make us get the vaccine, so I went on and got the vaccine. Like, oh yeah, I just felt like, they was finna make it where we couldn't fly without the jab, so yeah, I just went on and got the jab. Like, you didn't even get pressed. Well, I felt like my job was about to try to fire me, so I just went on and did it anyway. Like, what? 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 Or what? What? Nah, I'm a queen. You're not gonna force me to do shit. You're not gonna force me to eat this bullshit. You're not gonna force me to do shit. You're not gonna force me nothing. We need to remember who the fuck we are. Where is your magic? God damn it. Stop being so scary. I left the country with nothing. And there are beautiful people here happy to see a Black woman who wants to use some cash for some land because they got plenty of land. This they mama and them, granny and them land. They got plenty of it. They ain't tripping. They got their cows, their chickens, their pigs. They like shit. We live, we chilling. Y'all the one in trouble. They might look poor to you. You look ridiculous to them because you don't own shit. You just look good. You don't own shit. So you don't control anything. If they want to roll up and say, yeah, your rent's going to be an extra $2,000, and so you and your children got to get the fuck out. What you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What is your plan? What is your plan? I have a plan. I have a plan. We need a village for you to be a birth worker on the village. Go to the link in my bio and fill out that application when we're finished here so that I can at least have your information in the database so that we can email you. And hopefully we can move forward in some capacity. What do we need? Well, there's hundreds of acres of land that we could purchase, and the developers are right here. All we need to do is pay them and they're going to build the things. And then I know some phenomenal interior design, architectural folks. They would love to come. They just need to be paid so they can come do their thing. And there's some master gardeners here that are amazing. They just need to be paid so they could come and do their thing. But what are we spending our money on? Fucking Starbucks, Target binges, and taking our kids to Disney World and all types of other stupid shit. Oh yeah, I'm finna take the kids over here. I'm finna buy me a new whoopty wop wop. I'm about to go spend some money on that. I'm about to go to the strip club. I'm about to bop. Distracted. You are distracted. You are distracted. Distracted. Your money is distracted and extracted. Yes. Yes. That is a poverty mentality, and it's not sustainable, and it won't work. Come on, skin. Can we just talk about how the moisture in the air and the sunshine is just like making my skin hella buttery? Yeah, this ain't no filter or none of this. This is all me right here. Come on now. What did I say? Spoiler alert. The healthy girl wins. The healthy girl wins. Not the hookah lounge, drinking soda pop and smoking cigarettes and shooting Hennessy and shrimp and grits and fried chicken and pork chops. No, we need to be strong and healthy in our minds. How much land will $100,000 get you in Belize? A lot. A lot. A lot. And the country would be so grateful to have some beautiful, healthy, phenomenal, intelligent brown folks, black, brown, red folks come up in here. Because guess who is coming in here and buying land and not asking no questions about shit? Asians and white people. Okay? The stores in my neighborhood are owned by Asians and white people. And nobody's coming after them. Nobody's coming after them, right? Nobody's complaining. Well, maybe some people. But I'm just saying, why not you? Why not you? You know, we would move so much more ethical. We would move so much more ethical. You know, even I have a housekeeper. She's here 5-6 days a week. She's here every morning from sun up to sundown. She's here. She's cooking. She's cleaning. She's learning my recipes. She's running errands for me. She's handling the house. I have a large home here, so she's doing her thing, right? And I adore this young Mayan sister. Okay, I adore this young Mayan sister. She is engaged and she's been working for me, and I have let her use my she doesn't know how to drive. So I let her use my scooter. She didn't even know how to use a scooter. She rode a bike. And so now she's learned how to drive the scooter and she's getting her license. And now she can actually like make some money and go and buy herself a bike and have a mode of transportation. You know what I mean? And I just let her take it. I'm like, go girl, go girl, go girl. I just let her take it. I just let her take it. I know if she break it, she can't replace it, but I just let her take it because I want for her to empower herself. You know, I want her to empower her family. So I was just showing her like healthy meals because her, you know, she's got sick family members. And I'm like, listen, here's some herbs, here's some this, here's some that. You know, I am building a relationship with her that is mutually beneficial. Okay. Right. I'm not just here to usurp, you know, the resources, the skills, the land from the people and make myself a colonizer. You know, that's not what this is about. This is about how we can create an interdependent relationship that is mutually beneficial for all of us. Okay. Are we on the same page? Can I get a thumbs up? Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Do you understand what I am saying? The American day-to-day lifestyle, dream, life, job, school, plans, whatever your plan, all that shit. You're making plans inside of a society of fucking maniacs who are poisoning your food and are using your tax dollars to go and kill children and traffic babies. The shit won't work. It's not sustainable. What is your plan? What is your plan? Y'all tripping. They spraying up the skies with the poison. They just pulled a 3-year lockdown COVID on y'all ass. They don't care. The gloves is off. The veil is lifted. Shit is hit the fans. Biden can't even stand up straight, talk straight, think straight. Trump about to get back in there. They all maniacs. What is your plan? Let me guess. You're going to get another degree. You're going to get a promotion. You're going to send your kids to college at one of their schools. So the kid can get a job. Let me guess, your plan is to buy your house. Your plan is to get a second job, start a business, and I don't know, just keep paying rent and buying stuff. Take a couple vacations, you know, save for vacation, hopefully save for retirement, and just, you know, hope that they don't continue to poison the food in the sky and raise the cost of rent and mortgage. and you don't have any say so over the people in your neighborhood. You don't have any say so over what they're teaching your kids at school. If you have a plan, tell me before I can know. That's all I'm saying. If you have a plan, tell me before I can know. My plan is that all you lovely people join me in developing a home, a neighborhood, a community. That's my plan. And we do it in a place where we can actually afford to actually pull our resources together and do it in a beautiful, amazing way. I ain't talking about no shabby eco village grass house shit. I'm talking about some fly shit. I'm talking about fly shit. That's all I like. I like nice stuff. I'm really going to work on not cursing. I don't think it's classy. I don't think it's classy. I'm really working on that. I am so, I did it several times during this live. I actually held back. But sometimes you just need that hook on a phrase. Just need that curse word, you know? So if you're just hopping in here, the topic tonight is you're in America and what's your plan? You're in America and what's your plan? Should you leave? You're in America and what is your plan there? You know, particularly for Black and brown people who are constantly being killed, dishonored, disrespected. We know that the average Black man and woman ain't making no more than 40, 50 grand a year, and the rent is going up and the wages are not, and that they are poisoning the food now on levels unfounded, and they are spraying up the skies and poisoning everything, and that you're paying your taxes to genocidal crazy motherfuckers. That is the topic of tonight. What is your plan? What's your plan? We know that they are teaching your children all types of crazy shit now, and the things they need to teach them, they're now trying to outlaw it. And it's a mess. And you have no control over it. And I'm a queen and I want control over what my children learn. I want control over whether or not my neighbor is a damn pedophile and a rapist. I want control over whether or not the food at my local store has been bioengineered and poisoned. I want control over whether or not the water that I drink has been poisoned. I want control over whether or not I walk down the street and I'm being fucking surveillanced by random cameras at any given time. I want control over whether or not I can simply protect myself and my children. Do y'all hear me? What is your plan? What's your plan? To get another better job or something, a second job, a third job? Can you pass the land that you live on right now to your kids? What are they supposed to have? What are they going to college for again and graduating to do? To work for crazy people? What is your plan? Does your lifestyle and your plan align with your core values? Or are you just afraid of learning how to get along with your own damn people? And you're going to fuck around and be forced to. What is your plan? Now, I moved to Belize because it's English speaking. It's a short 2-hour flight, and you can drive here from America to my house. You can drive to my house. You can drive here. And I can actually afford to live here and have a great quality of life that I can fucking afford. I don't want to have to work myself to death every moment of every day. I don't want to have to work myself to death to have a good quality of life. That ain't living. That ain't living. No, no, no. That ain't living. Fuck that. There was a woman and she once said, fuck that. Her name is Ahki. And 4 years ago, it looked like they was about to mandate the jab. And so she said, fuck that. And she left. And I was broke with a child. No child support, no sponsor, no nothing, and 7 suitcases. I didn't even have a place to stay. And I love my life here. Why? It's not because I don't miss my friends. I ain't got no friends here. I ain't got no family here. I ain't got none of that. I'm in total isolation. And I love my life. Why? Because I actually get to live. Because I actually finally got to live. And not wake up every day thinking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, if I don't figure out how to make some money today, I'm going to lose my mind. I did not come here to sell books. I did not come here to sell herbs. I did not come here to wake up every day to sell shit. I am here on my divine purpose and mission to live and be in joy, harmony, and peace and bliss. To be a phenomenal mother, to be a phenomenal sister, a phenomenal wife, and a servant of humanity. And if I get in the mood to write a book, if I get in the mood to make some herbs, if I get in the mood if I get the download and the inspiration to offer things that people want to buy for cash, that's beautiful. But that ain't what I came here to do. I came here to get free. And if I gotta do this shit by my motherfucking self, so I can show you that it can be fucking done, that's what I'll do. I will save this live. I will share it. Love you, Mom. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm really working on it, Mom. I just feel like sometimes I just need 1 or 2 cuss words. You know what I'm saying? Just to you know what I'm saying? Just to... I gotta master that. That's like my next real thing, Mom. I'm gonna really put my energy because I can do anything. I can do anything. Which island or country to go to invest in? Mine, okay? Belize. But don't just do it any type of way. This is not about you just investing in something. This is about you creating a home for yourself and your children and your loved ones. We need neighborhoods. We used to have Black Wall Street. We used to have Rosewood. We had all these beautiful communities. And now the moment, if I tell you, oh yeah, I think this is a great investment situation over here with a bunch of Asians and some white folks, y'all gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah. But if I say, oh, I think this is a great investment for you to come and invest in the build out and development of this Black American community, Black people are gonna be like, oh, I don't know. I mean, well, why are we excluding others? I mean, what the, nobody else does that. Nobody else does that shit. This isn't just about you coming to invest some shit in Belize so that you can flip some dough. That's good, and you should do that anyway. That's just being an adult and doing business. Great. That's not what this conversation is about. This conversation is about this conversation is about sustainability. It's about the future. Someone said most people simply don't have the resources. I had $1,000 to my name and took my child and left the country. And God made a way. And that's why I started this conversation with saying, did you forget who you were? A good sister friend of mine, her name is Kimberly May, This sister is so powerful. We did a ceremony together many years ago that she came to one of my ceremonies, and ayahuasca ceremony actually. And the sister, her dream at the end of this whole ceremony, she was like, I know what I got to do now, and I'm ready, and I'm going to go do it. And she left the country, no job, no home, no nothing. She actually ended up in this gorgeous jungle paradise resort. And she was doing like a work live situation where she was working there and could just stay there for free. And they would like give her a stipend. And it's like if you told somebody, oh, yeah, I'm going to live out of the country, and yeah, no, I'm not, I haven't found a job, but I don't have a place and don't really have a plan, but I'm just going to go do it. I mean, yes, it sounds crazy, right? But this is magicianship. This is wizardry on a high level, right? And this is why, I know I'm talking to people on many different levels on this live. And that's why I'm saying that you forget who the hell you were. And y'all better tap into your magic bag, because your magic wand needs to be really strong right now. You need to remember who the F you are. You need to remember the F you are very quickly. Quickly, okay? Because we all read the books and we all saw the movie where the secret told us that we can have whatever we think, and that thoughts create things. Thoughts create things. Thoughts create things. Mind equals matter. We all recite the shit. We know it, but we don't really believe it all the way. Not all the way. So then you got to start asking yourself, what are some of the stories that you have been programmed, or that you have that are old, that you've been conditioned with, that are blocking the thing that you're wanting? Because it's a whole lot of stuff that I could not afford. It's so much stuff right now. It's so much stuff that I am doing, y'all, that I cannot afford. I just want to say that. And I ain't stopping shit. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Run it up, catch me if you can. I don't give a damn what I can't afford. I can't have that conversation. I cannot have a conversation about what I cannot afford. I know I can't afford it. and if my ancestors could build Black Wall Street, they were still getting beat, hung, didn't have shit. People are resources. Come on now. Most people just don't have the resources. This is what the brother just said. Love to you, brother. I'm not getting on you. I just want to use this as a teachable moment. The brother said, well, most folks just don't really have the resources. Let's talk about what a resource is. Let's talk about what a resource is, because I wanted the women that I just brought here. I just brought 16 women here from America to join me for the Supernatural Woman Retreat here, right? Right? And I did not have the resources to put all these women on a boat on a sunset sail with wine and snacks and music. And this was my vision. And I really, really wanted this. I really wanted this. I wanted this. I saw it. I made a whole playlist for this shit. I made a playlist and I danced all night to the shit. I was like, oh, they're going to love this. I'm curious about your love. I had it all planned out in my mind. But I did not have the money to put all my girls on a boat. And I didn't want to ask them for their money. These are my queens. They already paid their money. They come into the trip. They come to have a good time. I'm here to show them a good time. That's my responsibility. I don't want to ask them for no more money. Okay? Just want to tell you a little story here. What did I do? Got them on a boat. Got them on a boat. I got them on a boat and we jammed to the whole playlist, and all the sisters was on the boat together with their wine and their cameras out on the water. And guess what we was doing? We were singing Mary J. Blige, Love No Limit. We were singing SWV on the boat. And it's not because I had no resources. It's not because I had no resources. It's because I decided I would have a fucking boat. And I asked someone who I thought probably had a boat. And I said, I need a boat for my ladies. I need a boat for about 15, 16 women. And he said, well, I ain't got no boat, but I know someone who does. I said, okay. He said, I'll call you back. And within an hour, he said, I got your boat. It's going to have wine, snacks, music, and everything you want on it. We'll pick y'all up at the dock on Saturday. I said, cool. We are not having a simple conversation about whether or not you should leave America. We are having an esoteric conversation. We're having a conversation about your highest mind. We're having a conversation about your highest mind. We're having a conversation about, oh God, we're having a conversation about what you could do. Mommy, I got you. Mommy, you know it's on when you get here. I'm gonna play about you. We doing all the things. Y'all, my mama is on this live and she know I'm off the chain, right? She talking about do it for me. Mama, you know it ain't no thing but a chicken wing when it comes to you, period. Okay. We are talking about you remembering who you are so that you can have it your way, damn it. You can have it your way. You don't need no visa to be here. You don't need no paperwork to be here. You got to pay $100 a month to be here, USD. You got to pay $100 a month to be here, USD, every 30 days until you get your residency, which requires you to be here for at least a year without leaving for more than 14 days. Done. You'll get your residency. Okay? To get your residency, you need to be here for a year. Done. The end. Okay? All right? If you have a baby here, I think y'all are automatically citizens. So keep that in mind as well. Okay? Somebody said my baby mama's gonna not fall in line as far as my kids are concerned. So let's talk about that, Don. That may or may not be true. You'd be surprised what a baby mama will do. Because a baby mama follows real leadership. A baby mama follows a real plan. A baby mama understands the language of your kids are being poisoned, your air is being poisoned, your education system is poisoned, and you're contributing to a society of genocidal crazy maniacs. And baby girl, I got a plan. Let's roll. Your baby mama understands you don't own that land. And if I stop paying the rent or you stop paying the rent, you're going to get thrown out, so you're going to be on the street. Your baby mama understand that. Your baby mama understand that rent is going up and that you might not be able to pay for it all the time. Your baby mama understand that if you don't pay child support, you're going to be in jail and she ain't going to have no sitter for them kids. And they're going to have to grow up feeling really bad that they daddy in jail. And they're going to have to grow up traumatized and messed up. Women really are designed to get with the program if y'all program strong. Y'all brothers program don't be that strong. I'm not talking about you, sir. Okay, don't take it personal. But a lot of y'all program don't be that strong. A lot of y'all leadership ain't that strong because you don't take the time to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. and make your plans and talk to God. They might not be woke and they may be indoctrinated, but they do understand some of those simple principles that I just discussed. And you know what they understand even more than being woke, brother? You know what they understand even more than being woke? They understand when they get off that plane and then mangoes is falling off the tree and their kids is happy. They understand when they get off that plane and it ain't no winter and they swimming in the ocean and the neighbors are kind. The indoctrination just starts to just melt away. The indoctrination just starts to melt. They understand that they got their hair done for $20 USD. They understand that instead of paying $300 for a fucking set of nails, that they just went and got their hair done, their nails done, their toes done, and went to dinner for $50 USD. And it's sunny outside, and it's beautiful, and they eating fresh snap up out the ocean. Baby mamas understand that. Don't be worried about what you think she gonna do, what you think she gonna say, what you think she think, what you think she feel. Don't worry about none of that, because those are all feelings, and feelings are not facts. Feelings ain't fucking facts. Feelings ain't facts. And women get with the program when they understand that all of their money is going towards some shit that they don't own, can't pass down to their kids, and that these crazy people are spending their tax dollars on killing innocent people, and they're crazy, and they're poisoning the food, and they're poisoning the school system, and they're making all the kids crazy, and they have a whole prison to school to pipeline, prison pipeline. They got a whole school to prison pipeline. They have a whole school to prison pipeline set up. Certain people are moving with an evil spirit and won't break out of it. I'm gonna continue to put in the work and the pray and lead in the righteous way. Indeed, King, you got this. Because what I know is when you moving for right, God will make a way. When you are moving right, God will make a way for anything that you can create. It'll blow your mind. It'll shock you. Whatever you thought wasn't gonna work, whatever you thought was the blockage, whatever you thought was gonna be the blockage, you'll wake up and be like, oh shit, it just magically just disappeared. Because all this is assimilation. It's your world. You the magic, you the king, you the wizard. This is all your thought. This is all our thoughts. This is all our thoughts. So why don't we pull our collective conscious thoughts together to get free? Okay? Because what's y'all plan? What is your plan? Share it with me for I can know. Okay? In my experience here in Belize, the lights go out maybe once a month, and it's usually for about 10 minutes. One time it was for about 40 minutes. The most it's happened was maybe twice a month. And that's rare. Okay. But none of that bothers me or anybody else, because we just be, I'd be happy. Thank God. Good shit. Now I can do what I needed to do earlier, which is, fold these towels. I don't fold towels in my case, but I don't know. Shit. Journal. read all these books. Okay. So that's what I need to do. All right. Why did I consider Belize over other countries? Because Belize was English speaking. It was a 2.5-hour flight from Atlanta, Georgia. And I could drive here from anywhere. I can drive here from Florida. I can drive here from Texas. I can drive here from Georgia. I can drive here from Mexico. I can drive straight to my own house. Right? My child's father can drive my child straight to me if need be. Okay? English speaking. And I mean, it's affordable. It's affordable compared to where I was living. It's affordable. Okay. Can I repeat what I just said about paying what every month? Yeah, it costs $100 a month to live here in USD because you're a non-resident, non-citizen. It takes a year. You have to live here a year to get your residency. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? I've been here 4 years. And nothing that they got going on has stopped any motion that I got in my life. It may take a little longer for you to get things shipped here. But other than that, ain't nothing to stop my motion. Okay? And the goal is that you create a sustainable community where no matter what goes down, nothing stops your motion. Because you're not cash reliant. You are self-sustainable. You got food you need growing. You got the educators and the wellness providers around you that you need, all contributing within the community. You have well water coming out the ground. What do you need cash for? You know, once you really, get your shit established, you don't really need a whole lot of cash every damn day. You don't need cash like that. You're actually living. We've never done it. We've never experienced it. So we think we always just need all this damn cash. No, you only need that in the States because you are being sold every moment of every day. You don't own anything. So you got to keep buying shit. Okay. How's the dating life over here? I mean, it don't exist for me, but I think it exists for a whole lot of people. I think the dating life here is thriving for many people. Not for me. But I'm a different kind of woman. I think it depends on what you're looking for. I know what I want. I'm very clear on exactly what I want. Yeah, I was here through all of COVID. I was here through all of COVID. This place is technically still owned by the Queen, so the people here, like most indigenous small countries, did what they were told to do. Did what anybody who was under the thumb of colonialization has to do, right? If you got a job and they telling you if you don't get the jab, you're not going to have no job, then a lot of people going to do what they need to do to keep their job. So it ain't about, a lot of it is where you are, yes. But some things are not about where you are. It don't matter where you are because we know that the imperialists own all of this shit. So at the end of the day, if you are relying on them for your sustenance, you may have to compromise your core principles to survive. If you are relying on them, that's the point of this whole life, is what are we doing to create a life where we are fully self-reliant so that we don't never have to be threatened to compromise our principles, our morals, our codes, any of those values in order to survive. That ain't living. What is your plan? That's the conversation. What is your plan? What is your plan? My internet's fine. I'm on it. Right now, I'm on YouTube right here, and I'm on Instagram with y'all. Are y'all following me? Are we on the same page? Because if you're in America, your rent is increasing, you don't own shit, you don't own no land, you may or may not own a car, and you can't pass nothing to your kids. You have no control over the poisoning that's happening to your food. Gates just bought all the land and he's literally poisoning all of the apples and giving everybody apple vinegar, apple juice made with GMO. And that's what kids love the most is damn apple juice. Y'all know kids is addicted to damn apple juice. I don't know why, but they are. So yes, I just saw a whole turnkey resort that is selling for crypto. They will take crypto for a whole resort here that's ready for purchase right now. It's already built out. Listen, don't ask me about what's possible. Y'all need to be asking me about what ain't possible, because it's all, whatever you're thinking about, the white people and the Asians are here doing it already. So it's possible. We the only ones like, oh, it's okay for me to go? Is it safe? Is it okay for me to go over there? The white boy didn't ask if it was safe. The Canadian neighbor that I have up the street didn't ask if it was safe. He already over here. They in Africa, they here, they everywhere. The Asians own this whole neighborhood. They ain't asking whether or not, how's the cost of living? Is it okay if I find a job there? But they ain't asked none of them questions. They came here to develop. They came here to develop. They came here to provide jobs. Black Americans, you need to be thinking about coming over here and providing jobs for these people. These indigenous people here, they've been not gentrified, they've been colonized by these same maniacs that we were. And they need jobs. I mean, some of them, yeah, a lot of them do. But some of them, they They're asset rich. See, we're asset broke, cash rich. They are asset rich, cash poor. So we can really help each other. And that's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. I'm in Belize. I'm trying to get y'all to understand. This is not no sales pitch for Belize. This is about a mindset of what we're going to do to take control of our destinies. That's what this is about. This is about remembering who the F you are so that you can believe in yourself again, that you can believe that you actually have the ability to have land that you own and operate, beautiful homes that you and your family and loved ones and children and friends can all live together and be happy and create a sustainable lifestyle, that you don't rely on crazy people to feed you, that you don't rely on crazy people to protect you, that you got to call them when somebody's after you. And we know they're crazy and they want you dead too. What kind of crazy shit is that? That we are continuously buying into it, assuming that the same people who kidnapped, stole, raped, pillaged, plundered, forced us into labor, give a shit about our future and well-being. They do not. They do not. They literally are spending millions of dollars to kill children and women. They're spending billions of dollars extracting minerals out of Africa while millions of people are living in shit and piss and being raped every second and can barely survive. They don't care. What is your plan for you and your loved ones? To buy a bigger house and spend more money with these people? Get another car, get another job, get another degree. What is your plan? This shit isn't sustainable. They are poisoning the food. They are poisoning everything. The air, the water. Children are now being poisoned in the hospitals every time they go to the hospital. They poisoned me and my child when I had my baby in the hospital. They're poisoning everybody from birth. They're poisoning everything. What the hell are we talking about? What are we doing? They're trying to kill us. And they're doing it. It's collapsing. Those of you who understand, if you hear my voice and it resonates and you understand what time it is, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Sending you information on how to purchase some land ain't nothing but a link. And if you buy, let me know, because I'm trying to buy one too. Your $79 is not about you getting information on how to buy some land. Your $79 is about me spending an hour of my time answering all your questions and giving you all the data that you are going to want to have, the data that was given to me in order to make a smoother transition here if you're serious about relocating. I am not a real estate agent. I'm trying to buy some shit just like you, you know? But my goal is not just to go and buy a place and be like, yo, yeah, I found a place, and to go ahead and live in isolation just like I did in America. Oh, I got a place over here, and me and my child, you know, and just trying to figure it out. No. My vision is that I attract phenomenal humans that believe in divine law, in higher moral and principles, codes of conduct and ethics, believe in wellness, and believe in the importance of self-sustainability, and that together we buy up hundreds of acres and that we develop it into really nice residential estate communities, that we operate, manage, and develop and grow into something good for our children. I'm a mom. And I don't want to rely on, and I know that I cannot rely on the system as it is to protect and care for my little boy. That's all. That's all. Real simple. Okay? You can apply if you're interested in contributing, growing, developing, and being part of an eco village here in Belize to start. Doesn't mean we won't have them other places, but this is a damn good start. You can apply at the link in my bio in my Instagram. It's just a little Google form you need to fill out. That way, at least I can have your information in my database. And if I do not respond to you quickly, it's because I'm completely by myself in this effort. And help costs money. So here I am. And I'll do it alone, goddammit, to show you that it can be done. But I don't want to, and I shouldn't have to, right? So you can go to the link in my bio and at least apply if this resonates. If not, and you just want to invest, if not, you just want to talk about how you can just move here and be your own person, that's your business too. You can pay me $79 for my time. Am I collecting seeds? I'm planting seeds. I purchased thousands of dollars worth of seeds. But I got people out here already being grown. The growing is being grown. Okay. The growing is already grown. Okay. The growth has grown. Okay. Listen, what we talking about ain't even hard. This ain't even hard. I'm not like, oh, I'm trying to build a all black boys school like Dr. Umar in America where biracial and white and gay people aren't allowed, and I'm gonna hope that I can get away with this shit in America. And it don't never goddamn happen because you know good and damn well you can't do no shit like that in America. Listen, that ain't what this is, okay? That's not what this is. Hey, everybody that's waving. There's a lot of waving going on. We are about 161 people deep right now, and I love that for us. And it's late at night. I'm going to repost this now. I think I have said everything I need to say more than once. They say it 3 times. I think I did that. I think I've established why we're here. I think I've established what's important. I think I've established how it's been beneficial for me to be here. And I could say so much more. And the skin is skinning. And I'm grateful. And I really want y'all to go to your shrine tonight, go to your prayer closet, get your magic wand and take your journal in there too. Okay. And really sit with yourself and say, what am I doing? What is my end game? Because the years will keep yearing and the children are going to get bigger and they're going to ask questions and they're going to need things and you're going to need things and the cost of living will go up and the food will be more poisoned and the shit is going to keep hitting the fan. Okay? So I really want y'all to sit with yourself and find out what is your true ultimate dream, your biggest dream that you thought was impossible. Mine was this. Sustainable eco village, self-reliance, which to me equals freedom. That's it. My name is Ahki Taylor. I have a dream. My dream is to get free and to align with beautiful people who want to do the same and have a total fucking blast doing it in really nice clothes and jewelry at the same time while I do it. And be really healthy and beautiful for a very long time. And spoiler alert, she wins. She wins. Spoiler alert, we win. Spoiler alert, we win, y'all. That's all we need to be thinking. That's how we need to be thinking. We make it in the end. I swear we do. Come on. Y'all gotta be with me on that, okay? Okay. All right, y'all. I've said everything I have to say. Peace and love, family. Good night.